Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm gonna explain about this. This is basically what I understood, and I'm gonna explain so in future I can look at it and I go like, oh, that's how it is. And so today, anyway, today I'm gonna explain about center of mass. So this thing I just learned, the center of mass. I think I knew it before, but I was just confused. But now I have a better understanding, and I just wanna let it all out from my mouth. All right. So, okay. So what is center of mass? Well, the way I understood center of mass, or I understand center of mass, is basically just imagine this is a ruler, 10 kg ruler, right? Tappy ruler, 10 kg ruler, right? And say there's center of mass. You don't have to, for now, you don't have to know what center of mass is. Just take it for granted that there's a thing called center of mass, right? And it exists at center. Just given that this ruler is this ruler's mass is uniform, or it's a uniform ruler, its center of mass, say, take it for granted that its center of mass, it's in the middle, all right? It's in exactly right middle, and that center of mass, that middle, that point is the way I like to think it is the king of the ruler, or king of the mass of the ruler, like a king of a country who represents who represent the country. That's the and likewise in the ruler there's a point, there's a point like a point of a king of a mass, there's a point who's a king, okay, who's a king who represents the whole freaking mass of the ruler, all right. What I mean by that is, like, king represents a country, likewise the point represents the whole mass. That means it acts like the whole mass, all right. For example, a king has this burden of its whole country. Likewise, the point over here, the center of mass, just imagine, take it for granted, the center of mass is the king, and it is basically the entire mass, like 10 kg. It acts like 10 kg, okay. But if you I don't want to confuse you, but just, okay, I hope you're following me till now. It acts like 10 kg, but does it behave like 10 kg? What do I mean by does it behave like 10 kg? Or 10, or shall I say in newtons, 100 newtons, taking G as 10. Okay, does it behave like 10 G? Well, it certainly does. Check this out. Does that point behave like 10 G? Well, it certainly does. Like, why so? Because just imagine there's a point, all right? There's a one point. Forget the ruler, all right? Forget the ruler for now. Just imagine there's a one point that is also the same mass as the ruler, which is 10 kg, all right? Given that it's 10 kg. And if you give it a like horizontal, if you give it a force of 10 newtons, that dot, that 10 kg dot, like 10 kg mass, mass will accelerate, right? Because you hit it a force, you give it there's a resultant force, and it will accelerate. And I did some calculation, and a very complex calculation actually, and I got, using F equals to ma, I got it will accelerate in 1 meters per second squared, all right? It will accelerate 1 meter per second squared. And going back to our ruler, if we apply the same 10 newtons force in the same direction, just like we did to the small dot, which was 10 kg, this ruler would also accelerate just like the point dot, at a rate of 1 meters per second squared. You know what? And then from that we can conclude that I concluded is that the mass basically is like a king. There's a point that's just like 10 kg, all right? That's a very magical thing. Just take, it's a magic. I like to think it as a magic. I don't know. I know you might criticize me for doing that, but for my understanding, I would just like to take it, there's a magical point called center of mass, who's just the king. I'm just summarizing right now. Who's just the king of the entire mass and holds the whole burden. That means a whole burden of the country, like a king does, and it holds the entire mass. That means it's a 10 kg. and if it acts like a 10 kg newtons, all right. And that is what a center of mass is. It's basically the point where we consider in the entire mass to exist. All right. If it is not the, for example, if what happens if we apply 10 newtons force that is at a point of the ruler that is not, its center of mass. That is not center of mass. The king is here. Say we residents are here. Okay, the king is here. The residents are here. If we apply it, it's not gonna act. Even though this ruler is 10 kg, it's not gonna act. It's not gonna act as it is. It is like a 10 kg. If you apply it here, it will just rotate. Whereas if you apply it in the center of mass, if you apply it in the center of the entire ruler will rotate, just like a point of 10 kg point would 10 kg dot would do. And that's basically it. Center of mass. It's basically we're just considering the mass at a we're just considering the entire mass to be at one. I hope you get it. Yeah. All right.